Hello, welcome from Tokyo and welcome to my channel. Here is the fabulous Shibuya crossing in central Tokyo. With all its craziness, it's well worth a visit. Tonight we are flying on Zip Air, a low-cost budget airline, in their lie-flat business class on board this Boeing 787. Fully flat all the way with private pods, but not the luxuries of a traditional business class cabin. The flight from Tokyo over to Los Angeles takes approximately 8 hours. Hello from Tokyo. So today is my last day in Asia and I'm flying back to Los Angeles. I'm heading to the airport right now to go on to the Zip Air flight in their 787, direct flight from Tokyo to LAX. So this is a business class lie flat seat that only costs about $900. It's a low cost version of a business class, so there's no in-flight entertainment. Apart from the Wi-Fi, there's free Wi-Fi and you can stream movies onto your phone. But there's no in-flight entertainment screen in the pod, and the food options you have to all pay for. I've had to pay for quite a lot of different things, as you'll see in this video. This is a map of the Shibuya Scramble crossing where I stayed. On a busy day, over 4,000 people are using this pedestrian crossing per hour, what is convenient is the train station that is near this crossing, which likely contributes to its craziness. This train station was actually quite easy to get around, and they have very nice guides that help you find the proper platform. I was taking the Narita Express from the train station, which is an hourly service direct to the terminals of NRT. The train itself has this smart design and futuristic writing, which identifies its Narita service. The platform is labelled to the cabin you're travelling in, which makes it easy to board, and there are signs everywhere telling you when the next train arrives. Inside the first class cabin, it's nice and quiet and smartly clean with the red and white interior. I took a look inside the economy section, which is very similar to configuration, though less people, less space. I guess these people didn't want to pay the extra price. It was super comfortable and spacious for the 1 hour and 50-minute train ride for $30. They had this effective map sign telling you the journey and the next stops. The ride was quick, and getting to Terminal 1, where Zip Air leaves from, was super easy. The terminal was very clean and spacious, and the check-in counter was well organised. So I had to pay for the express service check-in, which was an extra $30, and they notified me that I had to do this by email. On top of this was on top of the base price ticket. This I found to be a normal process with this airline because everything was extra. The check-in was quick and I was given a voucher for a lounge, so I decided to walk over to that way via security. On the way, I went outside to take a look at the traffic, and it's nothing like some of the major airports, especially in the US where traffic gets crazy. Here is the Zip Air counter set up, and quite a few passengers were flying on this LA flight today. The Narita Travel Lounge was not far from security, and this is a voucher system where the airline has already paid for a drink and a snack service. The lounge inside was quite small and was not many people, so it was relaxing for a 2-hour wait. I guess it was kind of a basic lounge, no thrills, but the people working inside were so friendly and service-oriented, which made it for a nice stay. Here's a lounge voucher and my boarding pass for the flight. I was seat 3A for the journey, left side of the plane window. There are great runway views from the lounge, and it was in between gates, a good opportunity to see some planes. Here is a 777 for Korean Air to the right. The Coca-Cola was free, though I had to pay $10 for this pasta dish, which was quite tasty. I was hungry and not sure what catering would be on board the plane. This flourless chocolate cake was also quite good, and I'm glad I had this meal before getting on the plane. Here you can see another Zip Air Dreamliner plane passing by. Here is our Zip plane preparing for the flight down to Los Angeles. The gate area was small and a bit confusing, though luckily with lie flat there is a priority boarding. The lie flat business cabin is at the front of the plane and takes up the first 5 rows as a herringbone 1-2-1 configuration. It was very spacious. These pods are clean and look very nice with the black and silver colour schemes. The seats are very spacious and match any other airlines with a long-haul business class service. Lots of function and space for personal items and privacy for the passengers. You first notice that there's no entertainment screen present, instead just this magazine storage area. The cabin itself is very functional and impressive for a low-cost airline, especially on this busy Japan-USA route. This is my seat for this trans-Pacific flight. You can see here the actual space you get for this rather cheap business class fare. There is the ability to fully stretch out and lie flat to sleep. Here is the seat functions in the arm, which are all soft touch use. Along with this usual reading light and additional storage area. This side arm table was great for storing passports and books. Difficult to see here, but additional storage on the side of the seat. Here is the ottoman where the legs can be rested for the flight. Very basic but distinguishable zip air logo on the seat headrest. I didn't really understand this restriction notice that was in the seat pocket. There is some Wi-Fi availability of the flight. Through the cabin attendant told me it was limited and only allows so many people on at one time. This meant you had to have a good phone and be used for this for entertainment during the journey. However, do not rely on this as you may not get on. Here is the safety car for the 787, all important and easy to understand. The shopping QR code was a little weird, but it worked and activated the Wi-Fi also. Departure for the gate was quick, efficient and on time. Here is an Etihad plane in from Abu Dhabi. I have flown Etihad a couple of times. Look out for the reviews on that airline, which are coming soon. Here's a huge engine getting revved up for this flight. And this was super cute, the Japanese airline staff waving goodbye. Star Alliance has a big presence here with United and All Nippon flying in and out of Narita. In the background we can see some more United planes and one Asiana aircraft from Seoul. Taxi to the takeoff position was quite long and took a while. No more planes to see before taking off here on this PM flight down to LAX. Narita is pretty far from Tokyo, though the train service made it easy. Here's the countryside of Japan, a quick snapshot before the clouds come in. Some pretty clear views of the Japanese countryside, though we must be travelling in the opposite direction of Mount Fuji, which can be sometimes seen by the air. The windy rivers and some urbanization makes up for the sparse area outside of Tokyo. After takeoff, there is a service where the flight attendants give you what you pre-ordered and paid for in a plastic zip airbag. The Japanese love their bespoke candy, and here is white chocolate wafers and banana flavoured Kit Kats, which are all amazing. These will serve as my dessert, as the meals on the service are paid for just like you would be in economy. Cute pair of flight slippers. Eye mask and earplugs. Blow up neck cushion. And a zip air blanket, all for comfort of the flight. This combo came to about $100 extra, which I paid for before departure. The blanket was quite good quality though, did not like any business class duvet product and would be available on a traditional premium product for this route. Luckily I didn't have to blow up this pillow. It had a thing you pressed to puff it up. It was a little difficult at first to get the hang of it, but I managed it eventually. So at first it was not comfortable. Then I was slowly getting the hang of it. Okay, it feels good now. So the table exercise was easy. It slides out nicely and has a lot of space and function. This bottle of water I paid for during pre-order, and the meal to the right was also included in that process. This was a penny pasta dish, not a lot of it. And this is the meal you get for this long flight down to LA. You can see that at this point it's not really a business class in the regular sense. Using the phone and Wi-Fi, I was able to get the flight information. Here is the flight map shown on the phone screen. The flight was actually around 8.5 hours, which is very good with that tailwind pushing the plane. You're also able to access the receipts of your purchases, including the pre-orders during the booking. I was still hungry, so I opted for this cheese and pate box, which was delicious and very cute. These were bite-sized portions, and I purchased a Coke as well. The total cost was around $10 US. These cheese portions were a little under an inch in diameter, very tiny but very tasty. And there were crackers and a pate that came along with the box also. It was a nighttime flight and time for some sleep. Utilising the lie flat option of the seat, I was able to sleep for a good 5 hours, which for me is amazing. Even though there wasn't much bedding on offer, it was still very comfortable. An hour before landing, I checked the map on the phone again to see where we located. A fantastic California sunrise while approaching Los Angeles. Here is the sprawl of LA and Southern California. So was Zip Air worth it? I think it was okay. So there were lots of add-ons and there were certainly no thrills. It was a bus service in the sky that happens to have lie flat seating for a relatively cheap price of around $1,000 for the one way. So there was no pillow, there was no really luxurious bedding, and there was no bar service on the plane that I could see. So you really had to order your water, order your Cokes on the way. Otherwise, you would have dried up. Landing into LAX was easy, and I really think this whole experience could have been described as easy and a cost-effective way to travel in between the two countries. The flight was on time, and this great LA sunrise welcome made the travel even more enjoyable. Many planes to see at LAX for the plane spotter. Here is Qantas and Hawaiian. Here is El Al and Eva Air along with Volaris. And finally parked up next to the Hawaiian plane. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this Zip Air flight. And if you want to see more flight reviews, please hit subscribe, like and notify, as I have many more to do. And welcome to Los Angeles. Have a great day.